with the educated opinion on topics of all varieties. This your boy Bubba, and you already know what I'm about to say, right? You are listening to Bubba's Banter. Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your motherfucking boy. I ain't gotta say no names, right? But I am anyway. Hey, this is your boy Bubba, and you are listening and also watching Bubba's Banter. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all know what it is today, right? Askagaydude. What's good? So I did post a questionnaire up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday, and some today, or Tuesday, and sometime today. And I got a lot of questions. I got a lot. I want to say about over 50 questions. And then I cut it down to 20 because I'm not answering are you a top or are you a bottom? Are you masculine? How do you feel about being masculine? Like sorry, I'm not gonna do all that. Now I want you to know this is the worst summer ever for allergies. Like I am still struggling with allergies. So Thursday I got the AC flu. I hated it. My AC was way too low and I got sick. And then like just my allergies has been going crazy. I've been taking Zyrtex, which was kind of working, but now it's kind of like, bitch, I know what that is. Bitch, bitch, I know what that is. That's what my body's saying. Bitch, I know what that is. You gonna get these allergies. So that and then like very chest congestion type fucking feel. So like I got this weird thing with my voice and sniffling and not necessarily feeling stuffy, but yeah. So my voice is gonna sound a little weird. I'm sorry. But I know y'all love me, so y'all gonna deal with me, right? Right. Okay. Okay. So the first thing I need to tell y'all to do, hit that subscribe button, please. Make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would love it. Please make sure you like and share. It only takes 2 seconds, not even two, not even 1 second. Just like the shit, girl. See, you hear that nasty ass cough like I just got done sucking some dick, bro? Like I just got done sucking a sick dick. Okay, let me stop. But yes, make sure y'all subscribe, please. It only takes 1 second to like and to hit subscribe. Please make sure you share. That's how this stuff gets out. Um, Also follow me on my Instagrams, Bubba's Banter Podcast, and also my personal, which is the real Doc Dre. You can also follow me on Twitter, not Twitter, shit, Facebook. I don't know why I keep thinking about Twitter. Thinking about some whole shit right now. That's probably why. But you can follow me on Twitter. Fuck, I just said it again. You can follow me on Facebook at Bubba's Banter. So please make sure you follow me on those social medias. Also, if you're streaming, you're using any streaming platform, make sure you follow me on Spotify because this show is hosted by Spotify for podcasters. I'm also on Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio, and other streaming platforms as well. If you click the link tree link in the description, you can find out everywhere I'm streaming, and you can also find all my social medias that way as well. So please click that link, follow your boy, hit me up, whatever. Now y'all know what I'm about to say, right? Uh. Okay, the people who listen can't see what I just did, but I did a little 1-2 step. Go get those bearskin underwear. They were designed with the big boy in mind, and y'all know it is Pride Month. It is Pride Month still. We got like a week left. So go get them Pride underwear and also get you some swimwear. If you use my promo code BUBBA, you will get 15% off in your checkout order, okay? I'm telling you, their stuff that they have there is so bomb. And they have very, very comfortable socks. So I suggest you get some of the socks as well. Their socks are bomb. So go get some of those bearskin things. And if you use my promo code, you will get 15% off in the checkout order, okay? So please go get that. Go get that. Run it up, run it up, run it up. All right, let's get this show started. So I just want to let y'all know why I'm starting the show. So I'm doing the show because I've always get a lot of questions about being gay. And earlier this month, I was watching the Dave Chappelle show on YouTube, or not YouTube, but Netflix, and I caught the segment "Ask a Gay Dude." Right, I forgot the guy's name, but I caught that segment, and I was like, you know what? That inspired me to talk about gay stuff, all gay things with my subscribers. And so what I was going to do was I was going to put this out earlier this month and have you guys pretty much, send me things in, but you motherfuckers showed up. I posted a thing on Friday. I got hella questions Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like I'm telling you, I got like over 50 questions, and I nailed it down to 20 because again, I'm not answering questions about if I'm a top or a bottom or do I like masculinity? How do I feel about mask? I'm not asking. I'm not doing those questions on this show. I kind of wanted to make this show very informal about things from my perspective, and so I'm gonna do it that way. So this segment is called "Ask a Gay Dude." Let's get it. So first, before I even jump into that, I kind of want to do it's story time. Y'all know that girl on TikTok who got the like, I don't want to say messed up teeth because I'm not trying to come for sis like that, but the comments it was coming for her. But let's just say I don't know if y'all know about sis on TikTok who got the different smile. I like when she be like, "It's story time." She's a teacher, so I was just copying her because I like that. That's where I got it from. And so I kind of want to just like brief you guys about like certain things, like what pride means to me. Like let's start off with that. So for me, pride just means being prideful of who you are in totality, like in overall just loving yourself, being like loving who you are in 100% way, um and being able to show up in different environments being yourself 100% all the time. I feel like that's what pride means for me. The visibility, who I am, what I am, not just being a gay man, not just being in a relationship with the man, or not having an attraction towards men, but just my life and how I love and how I look and how I style myself and how I, operate in the world. Like being prideful of all that and not being ashamed of it. Because what we do know is that, the opposite is of pride is shame to me. When I think of those two things, I think of shame is the opposite of pride. So I have pride in myself. I have pride in who I am, and not just as a gay man, a gay black man. So to me, that's what pride means. For some people, they always say, oh, pride is this and pride is that. And yes, I may talk about pride sometimes. I know some people saw me on Pride on Instagram earlier this month before Pride talking about how the companies are going to be making everything a rainbow. Yes, because Pride has become a commercialized month, and that's not just what Pride is about. it's about loving yourself. It's not just about hanging out with your friends and getting drunk and being naked and fucking. It's about being able to be yourself and love yourself and do and be proud of who you are, you know, and live your truth. So that's just what pride is to me. So I can only speak for me. Um, so I want to tell you about my coming out story. All right. All right. Let me start off like this.
Back in the late 2000s.
Okay, let me stop. Okay, back in 2014, I came out to my mom. Previously, before that, I came out to my best friend Sadie's, and then after that, I came out to my friend, my sis, Day Day and Rihanna. Um, Came out to them, but then I had this little situation that happened where I had to go to the hospital because I was helping my sister and brother move, and it fucked up my shoulder or it fucked up my back somehow. And I guess there is a muscle that you can trigger that goes from your back shoulder blade all the way up to your chest. And so I was having chest pains, like really bad ones, and didn't know that it was just my muscle was inflamed. So I went to the hospital to get that checked out. They gave me muscle relaxers and shit and all that, whatever. And so as we sitting there in the cafeteria talking, my mom just talking, and I'm just sitting there like, I need to tell her. Like, some just told her, like, tell her, you know. And I said, my mom will tell you something. She was like, what's up? And I was like, I'm bisexual. I think I'm bisexual. No, no, no. I know I'm bisexual. And she's like, what? Like, really? And I was like, yeah, mom, I know. Like, yeah. And I don't know why I thought I was suspecting her to get mad, but she started tearing up a little bit. And she's like, you think it's a phase? And I was like, nah, I don't think it's a phase, mama. I don't think it is. I think you know too. And she was like, yeah, I kind of assumed it for a long time. I just didn't know when, I didn't know it was going to come. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. And she was like, why didn't you tell me earlier? And I was like, what you mean? Like, why couldn't you come to me? And I said, well, I was going through a lot of shit. Like, I was like talking to pastors because I really was talking to pastors about it. I was talking to pastors about it and how I feel like I was fighting and stuff, and you know, wanting to commit suicide and all that stuff. Yeah, like it was really bad because I was really shameful about it. And that's when she really started crying. She was like, "You are my son. You came out my pussy." She really did say, "You came out my pussy." And when y'all talk about me being vulgar, about how vulgar I am and I'm a cussing, that's who I get it from. I get it from my mama. I really do. But she's like, you come out my pussy. You my son. I love you. And I'm gonna be here for you no matter what. I'm gonna be here for you no matter what. And so, that was like, you know, validating as fuck. And so um, we start crying and shit and hugging and all that shit. And that was just the start of my, coming out. So yeah, there's that. Um, so let me go ahead and get into these questions because these questions are really good. And I feel like some of y'all gave me questions where I feel like I'm going to be talking about these for like 2 hours. So I'm trying not to have the episode go more than 30 minutes, but I feel like it's going to go more than 30 minutes because these questions are so good. So I'm not going to try to breeze through them, but I'm just going to like read them. So question number one is, can you share with us how you first realized that you were gay or a part of the LGBTQ community? Um, I knew I was gay since I was 12 years old, baby. I used to have a crush on my next door neighbor. He was a daddy. That's why I like daddies. I like older men. I had a big ass crush on him. Um, yeah, I knew it. I knew it since then. Um, but my very first crush, I want to say I was 11. I was like in the fifth grade though, or the fifth. Yeah, I was in the fifth grade. And so one of my friends who used to live around the corner from me, him and his big brother, I used to play with them in the summer and shit, play basketball. His big brother taught me how to like dribble a basketball, all this shit. And I used to like I remember one time he had left and went out of town and he was just there and I would go over there just to hang out with his brother because I was in awe of his brother. I thought his brother was the shit, bro. But he was the shit. But I was really had a big old man crush on him and like really liked him, bro. It was crazy. Uh so that was fifth grade, and then like sixth grade, I had a crush on this Puerto Rican chubby boy who had curly hair, really fucking cute. I used to sit next to him on the bus. He was in the seventh grade. I was in the eighth grade, or I was in, not eighth grade. I was in the sixth grade. See how I did that? Because that would have made me sound no. Yeah, I was in the seventh grade, and he was in. Or I was in the sixth grade. He was in the seventh grade, and I used to sit on him next to him on the bus, and I used to talk to him and play with him. We used to play Pokemon and shit. Uh, but I had a big ass crush on him in middle school, and then And then in high school, I used to have a big ass crush on this chubby ass junior big dude, fucking buff. Like he wasn't really buff, but he played football. He was a linebacker. Had these hazel eyes, brown eyes. He always looked mad, but he was a soft motherfucker, bro. And I used to be in this little class called Learning Something. I forgot the class name, but everybody always called it Phoebe's class because this teacher named Miss Phoebe used to run the class, and it was like basically a class where you can catch up on work from like previous grade levels. Yes, I was behind. I was behind, baby. So I was in this class, and he used to sit in the front of the class, and one day he winked at me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I know he didn't. I'm like, I know he didn't wink at me. uh, he did it again, and he said, I was like, oh, my dick said, boing! But my shit was jumping in the motherfucking drawers. It was jumping like, bitch, what's good? Cause I want a piece. And he used to always do this little like flirting around with shit. Like, you know how like I feel like in high school for boys, young men, playing around being gay was like the thing, and it still is. Like especially with older, like if you have a good close friend group, playing around being gay with your friends is kind of like just a rites of passage. And I think in high school, it was really rampant at that time. And so he used to do this shit all the time. And I used to be like, boy, you don't even understand what you're getting yourself into. Like, I will pull your jaws down right here in this class and give you some head, bruh. Like, yeah, I had a big ass crush on him. He was so sexy. He was so sexy. But now he looked like a fucking, look like a Ninja Turtle, like an overweight Ninja Turtle, bro, with dreads. So I'll pass. I shit. I shit. I hope you don't see this. I shit. I hope you don't see this, but nigga, I don't give a fuck who gonna fight me. The fuck. Anyways, so that's what I knew. I was like 12. I was a young kid. I was a little bad, nasty motherfucker. Number two, I like this one. What was your coming out process like, and what motivated you to take that step? I think what motivated me to take that step was I didn't want to be in the closet forever. I wanted to grow up and be married. And I used to, what really started was I was 24 years old. I was talking to this dude. I knew his girlfriend. We went to high school together. I didn't give a fuck because I liked him. And we used to hook up. He would come over and shit. And my mom would be sleeping. He would come, I'll sneak him in. He'd come upstairs and we'll lay in the bed for hours and watch movies and make out. And, you know, we was kind of new to stuff. So, like, he would just suck on my dick. I would suck on his. And then one day we got into the bottoming thing because he learned how to do it and, like, get himself prepped. And, you know, then I started topping him. And it was amazing. Like, he had some really good ass. Like it was some gushy motherfucking booty, bro. Like big booty, like a big, nice, big black like butt. Like it was nice. It was bomb. He had a Aunt Jemima booty, bro. Like it was booty. It was bomb. Anyways. So I was falling in love with him though, and I feel like he liked me too. But him being a pastor's kid and shit, like it was never gonna happen. He's still in the closet. Um, so yeah, there's that. And I was just like, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to do this anymore. I am not going to do this. And I was watching Harvey Milk's the Life and Times of Harvey Milk documentary in social studies, and I started crying right there in class because it was so moving. I went home and wrote an essay about it because that's what we had to do. And as I was writing the essay, I was on YouTube watching Noah's Ark, and then I saw a video from Daryl Stevenson. Um, he was doing a video for the It Gets Better project, and when he did that, I made my video like literally the next day. Made my video and posted it on YouTube. And I don't know if I'm gonna put it up here because I'm kind of like you know whatever. And FYI, I came out as bisexual at first. The lesser two evils. No, but I don't. There's no going to be no bi erasure on this show. Just all jokes, okay? But yeah, for me, it was the lesser two evils. It was easier to say that I was bi than gay. I figured that out later on. So yeah, there's that. Um, Next question. Um, Do you think coming out is important, and what are your thoughts on its impact both personally and within the LGBTQ plus community? I think coming out is important. Some people will say no one needs to know who I'm with, but coming out is important. I think Harvey Milk said this too. Is like, come out, come out to your friends and family because they need to know who gay people are, because we're not all the same. We are not a monolith. We are not all the same people. And that's one of the things that I learned when I came out and I struggled with a lot, was trying to figure out who the fuck I was. And I was just me and I was trying to be everybody else just because I was gay. No, bro. You're you. You don't have to be everybody else, you know? Um, so that was one of the things that I realized about coming out, is I think it's important for you. It's not important for anybody else. It's about you accepting you. It's about you being you not uncomfortable, sorry. You being comfortable with who you are in full. You know what I'm saying? Be who you are, and love yourself and be able to be okay with yourself and accept yourself. It's coming out is not for people. It's for you. And I wish we would understand that. So like that's why when people get to like, who cares? Who cares? Motherfuckers care, because motherfuckers didn't care. We wouldn't have all these LGBTQ laws intact, right? We wouldn't have all this stuff. Like motherfuckers were just now getting married, what, in 2014, or yeah, 2014, right? Was when gay marriage went into. Yeah, I came in at the right time, baby, at the right time. Okay, next question. Number 4. How did your family and friends react when you came out, and how did the reactions impact you? So first, my mama's reaction, and the way the way she validated me was telling me how much she loved me and how much she cared about me, and that I'm her son. And again, that I came out her pussy. I came out her pussy. Okay. And so her saying that to me, that started my life. That started the rest of my life. That opened up my chapter of my life, was that. And that was the biggest impact for me. And then for my brothers, two of my brothers were good with it. My dad was okay. He loved me. He told me how much he already knew. Like first off, I always tell the story on Facebook, but I'm gonna tell it on here. So one time, me and my dad was driving in the car one day in his little black Astro. He asked me. He said, "So he was picking me up from school before we went to his house on the weekend. On the Friday, he was going out to his house, and he was like." So you got a girlfriend yet? You got like any of the girls at school? And I was like, oh yeah, it's this boy named Courtney. I mean, this girl named Courtney. And, and he was like, yeah, remember that time you told me you had a crush on a boy named Corey, but you tried to mix it up with a girl named Courtney? And I was like, oh yeah. He was like, that's when I knew. I knew that's when you was gay. I knew you was something. I didn't know what you was, but I love you. You my son. I don't care. It is what it is. And I was like, all right, Dad, love it. I only had one issue, and that was with my oldest brother, and like he loves me, but he one day randomly sent me a gay conversion video, and I was just like, "Nigga, fuck you!" Like at this point, I blocked his ass on all social medias. I don't talk to him. I haven't talked to him in like 4 years. So, and I'm okay with that. Really don't give a fuck. But yeah. Anyways, um, but yeah, those were the biggest impact. Was my mom. That was my biggest impact for me. And like my brothers, like my wolf pack and all them, like they love me and accept me. Um, so that was cool. I really didn't trip off that. So, um, have you faced any discrimination or prejudice because of your sexuality, and how did you handle it? I don't necessarily know if I like deal with any of that. I will say that there are certain things that kind of ties into the next question. So, can I just go to the next question? I'm sorry to the person who asked this question, but can I go to the next question? I'm going to go to the next question. Uh, so let's just call this question number 5. Yeah, let's just do that because I'm kind of much putting these questions together. Um, can I just read it? I'll read it together. Have you faced any discrimination or prejudice because of your sexual orientation? How did you handle it? what do you think is the biggest misconception of people have about being gay or the LGBTQ? So how I really feel about that is I feel that, there like I feel like amongst that whole umbrella of LGBTQ is I think that anytime anybody that's outside of that, they think that the LGBTQ people want them. Like especially like trans women and gay men. Like they think that like we be trying to convert y'all to do things that y'all don't want to do. And um the straight boys be out here, seeking the trans girls. They be seeking them. They be on the apps and looking for the trans girls with no face profile, just torso or dick print photo. Like, come on now, y'all be on the sex apps looking for trans women all the time. A lot of sex workers, y'all be looking for sex workers and paying for the girls too. So let's not act like y'all don't. And for the boys too, y'all be renting the boys. Y'all be especially. Never mind. I'm not going to even go in it. I don't want to talk about politics on here today. But yeah, I think that's one of the misconceptions is like every gay man wants you. That's another one too. It's like every gay dude wants you. Girl, I don't want you. We all know that you don't clean your booty hole. You don't scrub between your ass cheeks. You don't scrub your booty hole. Your booty hole is brown. That's why you got big ass streaks in your drawers because you don't wash your asshole. That shit be crusty up in that motherfucking booty hole, just making dookie butter. Like, girl, get the fuck out of here. Don't nobody want you, fam. Like, I don't want you. Booty hole brown. Um, next question. Number 6. How do you find acceptance in community? Or how do you find acceptance in community within the LGBT community? And how has that been for you? How has it meant, and what was that meant for you? That's a hard question because I can talk about this for 6 to 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? I think that finding community is really hard. I went through too many communities to find my tribe. But once you do, it's all flowers. And I also believe that people grow and they grow away from each other. I think sometimes we also make friends in certain chapters of our lives on the things that we're doing. So, when all I was just doing was going to bathhouses and bars, those are the friends I made. When I started lifting and going doing this, that's when I started making friends who were into lifting weights and doing this and doing that. So, um, your environment changes when you start to change. So, it was kind of hard for me to find community, but I found a good tribe of friends that I have that are gay that I love that is my gay family, my chosen family. So yeah, there's that. Next question 7. How do you feel that representation of LGBTQ people in media has improved over the years? Why or why not? Well, I don't necessarily think it has improved. I think it has improved slightly. Okay, let me say that because then I feel like that's cap if I say you know it hasn't improved. Because why you always lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop the fucking lying. I love that. But I think it has improved because you see a lot of gay people on TV now and in TV shows and all that shit. But I still feel like there's a baseline for the gays that we see. I think we kind of see just one type of gay, and that's a flamboyant gay boy or a drag queen and things of that sort. And not that those people are bad because like those are the ones who have paved the way for us to even be on TV and to be accepted and to be loved and all these things and to find space. So we kind of owe it to those people. But I feel like the baseline sometimes is so over the top that people believe that every gay person is like that or every LGBTQ person is like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me say that because you did say LGBTQ. And that's what is kind of pissy. That pisses me off. It always comes off as like a slapstick character with gay, feminine, flamboyant men in TV shows and movies. It's like they always have to be the comic relief. You know, I don't like that personally to me, but that's what it is. But there's some strong gay people like P Valley. P Valley's coming back, and I cannot wait to watch P Valley. That's my motherfucking shit. That's my motherfucking shit. Um, but yeah. Next question. Um, how important is it for you to have LGBTQ role models, and who are some of those? Well, the first person is T.S. Madison. I love me some T.S. Madison. When I was in the closet, my friend put me on her, and I've been loving Maddie since. That's my gay mother in my head. Maddie taught me to be myself, to love myself, and to be myself 100% authentically and who I am as a person, and have no regrets um, on who I am, and be me at all times in every environment. Like she taught me that shit. Like I met her when she came. I didn't meet her. I was looking to meet her. I didn't get to meet her at the meet and greet at Barracuda when she came here, but um, the TS Madison, I love you. I love you so much. You are my mother in my head, and the day I meet you, I'm probably gonna tear up. There's that, but um, that's mother. I love TS Madison. She really inspired me in my when I'm in my coming out phase, to be me, you know. Okay, okay. What she used to say? Uh what's that fucking saying? She had a shirt. I was gonna get the shirt. Uh suck a dick. Be yourself, bitch. Like I forgot how it goes. But Maddie, oh, I love me some Madison. Maddie, I love you. I love you. That's one of my role models. That is one of my LGBTQ role models. And y'all might get mad at me for saying this. But Funky Diva, that's another one that so I don't care what nobody say. Diva is a legend. Funky Diva is a legend. He was the first YouTuber I saw doing the wig shit. You cannot. He is the blueprint for the wig shit. Like, and when I say the wig shit, I'm talking about like the skits and all that stuff. Like, and I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't never watched any housewife shit. The only reason why I even know who Nene Leaks is because of Funky Diva. Because I discovered him on YouTube. He's a legend. He's done so many like different shows, and that his commentary is funny. He's gifted. He's unapologetic, himself, and he's just that guy. He's just that guy. And I love Funky Dineva. I love him. I don't know this man, but he is the reason why I'm probably even on YouTube right now. For real, for real. I mean, it's myself too. I don't give myself a little credit. But like but the commentating space is because of him. I watched him on TGIF when he got on TGIF. I watched that shit every day in the pandemic, and I still watch it. He not on there no more, but and I still watch his YouTube, and he get on. I love Funky Dineva. That's one of my role models as well. I just love Funky Dineva. I really do. James Baldwin is one of my role models. He just puts things in a way where it's so eloquent and it makes you think. Um, so yeah, those are some of my role models that I look up to. So, um, what are some unique challenges to LGBTQ relationships? Um, this is hard because you're asking about LGBTQ, and I just feel like all those there are some unique challenges, but there's also just like when you think about relationships, like there's intersectionality to that type of question, because like everybody has like unique different ways, like um HIV stigma, how some people don't want to date men who have HIV, but that also can relate to women who are heterosexual, um you know shit, how trans women have a hard time finding certain men like relationships because everyone thinks that the trans girls are trying to trick them into it and all this stuff and all that, all that shit, lesbians move in too quickly with their girlfriends, get married within a week. No, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. But so that question is hard for me. I don't know if I can even answer that. So I'm gonna go to the next one. Sorry, but that one's a hard one. I feel like I'm gonna spend too much time, and I'm really trying to like get this shit done in a certain time. Um, What? How do you navigate discussions about your sexuality in the workplace? Everybody at work mostly know I'm gay. Some people didn't. Like it's hard for people to understand it because I have like a sense of humor. Like I have a really funny sense of humor, and everyone at work loves that. Like they love that I'm so funny, and so sometimes when I say certain things, they don't know if I'm playing around or if I'm serious, and so they really didn't know that I was gay until like no, he's a real gay dude. He's real gay, or I'm like no, I'm really gay. Like, and they'd be so surprised because I'm not like the typical like feminine, flamboyant gay guy, you know, and I'm not saying that as if I can't get queenie or I can't fem out or I can't, I'm not saying I don't get comfortable and start using gay slang like, girl, you already know how, like, I don't get all sassy. Now, I said I wasn't going to say that word sassy, but I said it. Sorry. If Cecil, if you see this, I'm sorry, friend, because I know you like this bitch just said sassy. Look at him perpetuating stereotypes, calling people sassy. I already know, friend. You gonna see this and be like, bitch. Um, but yeah, I feel like discussions just don't necessarily happen until I make the discussion. So yeah. Um, have you ever felt pressure to conform to a certain stereotypes with the LGBTQ people? How you? Oh yeah, I do feel like I had to one time, and I think it's because um, being a gay man, we are sexual beings. Being a man, we're just sexual beings in general. But adding that layer of being gay and how easy sex is so accessible to us, um, just like people kind of know that I be on some whole shit sometimes. Not saying that we're all hoes, but I be on some whole shit. And sometimes you just gotta face it. You just gotta take the punches to the jaw, bro. Just gotta take it to the jaw, bro. Just gotta take them hits and just be like, okay, whatever. But like, I don't like conforming to stereotypes that I know are not real, which is every gay man wants you. And so that's why sometimes I tread lightly with certain jokes around people, especially like at work or any like if I don't know you, I'm not gonna necessarily talk about gay shit around you because people be like secretly homophobic, but they don't want to get themselves in trouble or whatever it is. So, yeah. Next question. I'm sorry, I answered this already in the first one, so let's just chuck that up to the game. It says, "What does Pride mean to you? How do you celebrate it?" Well, I'll say this: I celebrate Pride by hanging out with my friends during the month of June, and that's doing nice and fun shit. Um, whether that is drinking or going out to social events, things of that sort. But that's how I celebrate it. I could just say that part. Um, 13. How do you navigate dating and relationships within the LGBTQ? And what advice would you give others? Oh, friend. Now, this is another topic where I could talk about this for fucking 6 hours straight. I could talk about this for 6 hours straight, girl. 6 hours straight. um, how do I navigate that? It's hard. Dating is hard. I've dated a few dudes and they just made me hate men. They made me hate men. Sorry, my nose is starting to get stuffed up again. Like I told y'all about this shit. It's but yeah, like dating men. It's been hard. But one of the things that I will say that I've given advice to is just really watch out for the red flags and stop trying to change them green. I've done that too many times with men. Stop trying to like look out for the red flags and let them be the red flags. But do not try to change them green. Because people, what Maya Angelou say? When they show you who they are, believe them. When they show you who they are, believe believe them. Right? That is a true fucking statement. She was speaking truth, and sometimes I just didn't listen to mother, but it's so true. And I think sometimes when you want to be in love so bad and you want to be in relation with someone, you'll do anything to change those fucking flags to green, and it's just not worth it in the long end. So, um, yeah, love yourself, respect yourself. So that's how I see it. Um, That's all I can say really too. Uh, what else questions? How has oh this is a good one. What are some ways that allies can support LGBTQ people effectively? I think giving people space. And when I say give people space, I mean like I hate sometimes when the straight girls, and I know y'all love being y'all have y'all little bachelorette parties at the gay clubs and stuff, but I hate when y'all do that. I really do. And it's not that I don't want y'all there. It's just that those spaces are really for us. And like when you guys come into our spaces and act all crazy and do things like get all wild and shit because you feel comfortable and because you feel safe, and you know that being in a gay space is a safe space for you as a woman, that's very true. But that's that's our space. So please don't come into our space trying to take over our space, because as a gay man, I don't come to your space acting all wild, touching on straight men's dicks and all these things because it's a safe space. And actually, it's not a safe space at that point. But you know what I'm trying to say. So please, like, I hate that shit. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I'm not saying don't come to the gay clubs. I'm just saying, like, let our safe space be our space where we can hang out and you can come and hang out and celebrate with us. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I'm looking at it that way. Um, Also talk to your friends. Be vulnerable with your friends about things that you're going through. Because I feel like sometimes some straight folks, some allies, they have questions about certain things, and they don't want to come out. Like nobody wants to come off of any type of ism, phobia, or whatever it is. They don't want to be racist. They don't want to be homophobic. They don't want to be this. They don't want to be any of those things. Talk to some of your gay friends about certain things, and you know, talk to them. Don't chastise them. Have a self-correcting conversation with yourself. Also have a conversation with them. Things of that sort. Let's work together to create a great community amongst each other. So I think that as allies, again, saving space for people, letting people celebrate in their spaces without interrupting their fun just because you want to have fun, and then just having vulnerable conversations with your LGBTQ friends, you know, and learn from them, you know. So, um, next question. How has your experience as an LGBTQ person shaped your view of the world? Not necessarily has shaped my view as a world, but made me look at how we all, as individuals, how we all live differently, how we all react to life differently. That's kind of how I looked at it. So I don't look at life from the standpoint of just like, oh, me being gay involves my whole entire world. Like, all of me involves my whole entire world. Me being black, me being gay, me being a male, me being a bigger guy, like all of me, 100% of me affects how I look at the world. So it's just, I don't look at it just being gay, how being gay has shaped my way or my view of the world. You know, I think it's 100% of who I am in general, of all of me, and how all of me have, made me look at the world and how things, yeah. So that's how I look at it. But, next question, and we're gonna have to get out of here soon because it's almost time to get off here. Is I'm going past 30 minutes. Sorry, y'all. How do you feel? Oh, do you feel comfortable displaying affection in public with the same sex partner? Why or why not? So I'm torn between that because there's times where I feel comfortable and there's times where I don't feel comfortable because there's certain areas of Portland where I feel comfortable and there's some areas that I don't feel comfortable. Like Clackamas is one area I don't feel comfortable holding my partner's hand or whoever I'm dating. I don't feel comfortable because it's a lot of Trump supporters out there who don't like gay people. There's a lot of people like old people, in any place outside of Portland, like let's say Eugene or someplace like that, like old Portland, I want to say, like those rural cities, like I don't feel comfortable displaying like affection with my person out in those places because I know how things can get. So, won't do those out in those places, but in Portland, hell fucking yeah, I will hold my man's hand and won't give a fuck. When I was dating somebody, the guy who I was dating just recently, which was a bitch, um, he grabbed my hand, and this girl looked at me, and I can just like, yeah, bitch. I looked at her like, yeah, bitch, that's my man. Like, and that was the first time I'd done that, and that shit made me feel good that somebody chose me in that light. I'm not gonna get onto it. I'm not gonna get into it because I'm gonna be on here just bashing him, which I don't want to do. I really don't want to talk about him anymore, but I'm toxic. But anyways, I do like PDA. Just I have to feel comfortable. I have to like I have to be in the mood. And oftentimes when it happens, it's just natural and it's like no one's in the room with me when I'm with that person that I like. So there's that. Um, what are your current thoughts on the state of LGBTQ rights globally, and what would you like to see change? You know what's so weird to me is I don't want to talk about politics on here, but I will say this: it's so weird to me. Every Pride Month, there's the straight people. Sorry, I don't know why I got confused with that. The straight people who, for some odd ass reason, they just love. The straight people just love. They love it. They love to talk about being straight pride. There's this one dude who was on Twitter who got married in the month of June. Like, okay, girl, you got married. And he put in there like, oh, Pride Month won't defeat us or some shit like that. And I was like, girl, no one gives a fuck. No one really cares. Like, you got married to the love of your life. Okay, during Pride Month. Good for you. It's not like gays are out here like, oh no, y'all can't get married on Pride Month. That's our month. Like, you don't be doing that shit, you weirdo. Uh, yeah, there's that. So that was one of the things that I don't like. What I would like to see change is people to work together. I think that's one of the things that we really need to get at. People working together, man. Straight, gay, bi, trans, lesbian, queer, whatever. Just life is too short to be over here arguing about the simplest fucking thing. So that's just how I look at it. Um, Next question. How do you handle negative or ignorant comments about your sexuality? I don't even think about it at this point. I've gotten so numb to it where I'm just like, bitch, what you gonna do? You gonna pop me? You wanna scrap, nigga? Like, what? Do your big one. Cause I bet you mine's is bigger. So, what role does religion or spirituality play in your life as an LGBTQ person? I still believe in God. I don't really participate in religion, but I am still a believer of God. Um, I think spirituality is a very, very important thing. I think everyone should have something. Um, and so yeah, I believe in God, Christian. So yeah, um, that's how. I mean, I believe in God. I don't want to claim myself to a religion, but I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. And I have friends who are atheists and Catholic and um, whatever. So yeah, there's that. Um, Last question. How can society better support and understand the LGBTQ community? Realize that we're not all a monolith. Like, we're not all the same, y'all. We're not a monolith. We are not all the same. Not every LGBTQ person do not think the same. We all have different opinions and different views, and we all have different lifestyles, meaning the way we live our lives and how we show up in the world. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's one of the things that we need to take into consideration. Like, stop generalizing every gay person, stop generalizing every trans person, stop generalizing every lesbian, stop generalizing every bisexual person, stop generalizing every queer person. Please stop thinking that every B person is pretty much trying to hide the fact that they're bisexual. There are openly bisexual men who have openly healthy relationships with women who know that they're bisexual. You know what I'm saying? There, and that's a stigma. I want to get a bisexual man on here and to have a conversation about bisexuality. I really do. I need to find me a bisexual man on here so we can talk about bisexuality because I think it's very important that we need to take into consideration that bisexuality is a real thing, and that uh that it's a real thing, and that there's stigma that's placed on it. So yeah, but yeah, and I think like even for the trans people, I think that we need to stop looking at trans people as a monolith too. Every trans person is not the same. No one wants your kids. No one wants to make your kids transition. Trans kids do exist. They do. You don't just wake up one day and say I'm trans. This shit starts early. Just like how when I was like, you know, trying to figure out if I like girls or boys, that's kind of how it is with identity. When you start to try to get to know who you are, that becomes a part of that. So that's just how I feel. But anyways, that's the 21 questions, y'all. I should have called this 21 questions with a game in. I should have said that. That would have been a nice ass. That would have been a nice ass game. I might do that another time with another person on here. That'd be great, actually. 21 questions with a game in. I'll do that. I'll do that. That'll be fun as fuck. Um, so y'all know what to do, right? Like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. Make sure you share for sure, and make sure you like for sure. Okay. Also, please follow me on my Instagrams, which is Bubba's Banter Podcast and the Real Doc Dre, and follow me on Facebook, which is Bubba's Banter. Please. Also, hit me up on the streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple, um, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. Click the link tree in my description down there, and you will find out where I'm streaming at. Also, make sure you get those bearskin underwear or swimwear because it is summer, and use my promo code Bubba, and you will get 15% off in the checkout order. All right. So I want to say thank you guys again for listening and fucking with your boy, and I'll see y'all next week. All right. Peace.